I am currently on an 8-day winning streak. I have took at least one trade every single day for the last 8 days, and they have been 100% win rate. And I use this simple, very simple but effective day trading strategy, and it is called the inversion model. As you can see right here, we have this bearish fair value gap. Now most ICT traders will be entering short positions here, and they'll be wondering why they're getting stopped out. And the reason for that is because this fair value gap has been disrespected right here, and it has now been inversed. What I mean by that is we have a candle close above this bearish fair value gap. Therefore, we can now look for long positions. We can enter into long position on the candle close above the fair value gap. The stop loss is a candle close back below this fair value gap. And for this trade, I targeted a simple 1-to-1 risk to reward ratio to keep the winning streak up and to make a simple profits. I trade this strategy every single day. This is a trade breakdown of a trade that I took last week. So here we have buy side liquidity sitting up here. We have just swept sell side liquidity. As you can see right there, we swept sell side liquidity, and with the same candle that we swept sell side liquidity, we actually end up inversing this fair value gap right here. So therefore I will enter a long position on this inversion fair value gap. My stop loss would be if we get a candle close back below this inversion fair value gap, and then my take profit would just be the buy side liquidity. Now you could take partials when we hit this internal liquidity, but in this instance I just held for 100% profit for when we hit our main buy side liquidity. Now the reason why this trade was so clean is just because we swept this sell side liquidity right there, as you can see. So if we play at the price action, we tap back into the inversion fair value gap, but that does not matter as I just enter on a candle close above, and then we end up coming up and hitting take profit. Most ICT traders are using fair value gaps wrong. As you can see right here, we have this bearish fair value gap on the 1 minute time frame, but as well as that 1 minute fair value gap we also have a break of structure, what some people would use. I personally do not use break of structure at all, and this is mainly the reason why. As you can see, we have took sell side liquidity right here, so now we have a high chance of retracing and coming back up. So what most ICT traders would do in this position is actually enter shorts from this fair value gap, because we have broke structure and they think that we are just going to keep heading downwards. And if we play at the price action, you'll see that that is not the case. So what I actually do is wait for this fair value gap to be inversed, then I will enter a long position from the inversion fair value gap. If we play at the price action, as you can see, we inverse this fair value gap, so I would be long right here. My stop loss would be back below if we got a candle close below the inversion fair value gap, and then my take profit would be this buy side liquidity right here. Now this model has an 80% win rate, and I trade it every single day. Stop using fair value gaps incorrectly. Most ICT traders will be shorting off this bearish fair value gap right here because they think we have a market structure shift or something right here, but actually what you want to do is wait for an inversion fair value gap. All an inversion fair value gap is once a bearish fair value gap gets disrespected, so the candle closes above the bearish fair value gap, that means that the fair value gap has then been inversed. Then you can look for the price action to go and take the liquidity. So as you can see right here, we have this bearish fair value gap. If we play at the price action right here, the fair value gap has been inversed. We can enter into the trade once prices came and tapped back into this inversion fair value gap, and then our take profit will be this buy side liquidity right here. And as you can see, that is a perfect trade. This is my 80% win rate day trading strategy that I trade every single day, and I catch trades like this every single day. So as you can see right here, we have equal highs above, and this is my main draw on liquidity. As well as these equal highs, we also have all-time highs above right here, which is that line there. So we have a bearish fair value gap that has been created. As you know, most ICT traders are taught to short from bearish fair value gaps, but what I actually do is I wait for them to be inverted reversed, and then I look for longs from bearish fair value gaps. So we play at the price action. As you can see, this fair value gap has now been disrespected. It has now had a candle close above the fair value gap, which means it is now an inversion fair value gap. I will enter into a long position here. My take profit is this internal liquidity, and this is a trade that I caught today live on stream. As you can see, take profit gets smashed. I did leave a run to these equal highs. My stop loss was now at break even, and that ended up getting stopped out for break even. I trade this live every single